Hello again, YouTube. Truth Man here. The channel is the No Matrix, No Simping, All Subjects channel. This is a very, very important lesson. Very important lesson, y'all. So, I was watching a scene from the movie The Butler with David Banner where the slave master put the light-skinned pretty woman into the shed and raped her. And David Banner's character barely said anything. All he said was, "Hey." And the guy turned and shot him dead. And I was sitting thinking about that, and thinking about slavery and how slavery still exists. It's just in a more deceptive, sneaky method or methods. And so I was thinking about how to beat slavery. Right? Okay, let's break this down real quick. This ain't gonna be my longest video. We still got Sunday sermon coming. Don't forget about me, y'all. Send super thanks, preferably cash apps. Even if it's $1 or more, send the cash apps. Cash app's fee is far less than YouTube's fee. So send the cash apps. But let's get into this. This is important. So every time I think about the troubles that I got in, I was looking at it like it's always like a contract involved that's not a title. A contract involved is not a title. You know how you go pay cash for a house or a car or anything, you get the title right then and there where you can sell it and get more, stay in it, do whatever you want with it, right? But when you get a duplicate title, it's usually because you have some type of contract that's similar to what we call slavery. If you go get a car, you put some money down on it. I try my best not to. I'm finna break this down for you. You get something in the form of a title, but it's not the actual title. You don't get that until you pay the car off. So I was thinking about this and I said, you know what? Most things with a contract are slavery. Like even if you make it to the NFL, you're gonna get a contract and they're gonna give you what you agree to, but it don't guarantee nothing. You don't own the team. You see what I'm saying? Because if you own the team itself, you would have a title, a legitimate title. And you would have, I ain't never seen a B that was white, a title in front of your name, like owner. That's a key word in what we finna talk about. Now, some things you might own, but you'll never be the fully owner because of military might, so on and so forth. But most things that have a contract are tied closely, if not slavery. Marriage contract. You get that marriage, think about it. You get a marriage license, like that's what I'm dealing with right now. Like I be trying to negotiate, so I won't get destroyed in divorce court because I didn't know. Just like, okay, for instance, like a rapper, a singer, it's like when you first sign that contract, you don't know what you're signing. You just trying to get whatever it is that you after by signing that contract. But you don't know exactly what it entails. So you sign it to get whatever it is that you want, but you don't necessarily know about. And you hear so many rappers saying, my first contract, I didn't know, blah, blah, blah. That's one of the things that makes the marriage license unfair. Because when you go into marriage, you don't go into it thinking this person gonna quit on you, stop having sex with you, become this. But you still gonna be stuck with the residue and the things that are connected to you signing that contract. Whereas a dude that says, you know what, marriage is God's thing, I'ma just commit my marriage to him, I ain't signing no contract. If it breaks down, it's gonna be different than if you got that marriage license. Y'all get what I'm saying? Let's keep going. So, what I entitled this message is Learning and Owning is How to Avoid and to Overcome Slavery, and always has been. Why you think they didn't want them to learn how to read? Because if they learn how to read, they'll learn the signs and be able to escape. Or they'll learn, it'll be more easy for them to learn trades. And they can learn, like, they won't just be limited in their learning. So what they did was they flipped it and start presenting to us a lifestyle where we don't want to learn. Present to us a lifestyle where we don't want to earn. We just earn and own. We just want quick fixes. And on that scene, he shot him dead because he was upset that he did that to his wife. And then his mother gonna come and say, we're gonna take you in the house. We're gonna make you a house in. Which is what they do to this day. Most people, when you stand up and you hold people accountable, they try to call you a COON or a house ninja. Because they don't know what a house ninja is. If you out here killing people, you're a house ninja. If you out here thinking you better than people because they giving you money and you got more money that they gave you, where they made you compromise yourself, because the house ninja, they brainwashed them to think that they better than the other ninjas so that they won't work together with them. They'll work against them. Zeke from the movie Brother Future. Steven from the movie Django. Sambo from the movie Uncle Tom's Cabin. They'll teach you to work against them so that you won't organize and develop something more powerful than what they got, and then you won't need them. The plan is the same, it's just more rules in play, and it's just more deceptive now. They had to lynch them people back in the day in Mississippi because they would be literally hiding. Somebody would get into it with the white folks, and families will literally be hiding them, feeding them, taking care of their kids. So they developed integration because they okay, this is how it was. When they saw that segregation was only making us more united and more powerful, they agreed to integration. And integration, they is like, okay, well, we'll go to the countries that we know our ancestors settled in, and we'll bring them over here and let them do this. The key to overcoming slaveries, whether it's modern day, like poverty and slavery, is learning and owning. If you're against learning, then you for slavery. You going to school doing the sturdy on the cafeteria desk or tables, walking around talking about, hey, shorty, hey, this, thinking about sex when you supposed to be learning, trust me, it's going to catch up with you. You're going to graduate to prison or death, or you going to be the panhandler talking about, I remember I had all the hoes. That's going to be you. Because modern day slavery leads you to a path where you have nothing. One day you going to wake up and you ain't going to want to sell drugs no more. And your mind is going to be clouded by that lifestyle that you have been living. And it's going to be hard for you to work. Hard for you to follow directions. You're going to be looking at them like, you gotta learn how to bite your tongue to own. You gotta learn how to control your behavior. Learning and owning are connected, and that's the formula for overcoming most slaveries. Owning. Getting your money up where you could buy things. You could, if you're a millionaire, you could create a bunker. They're gonna have a hard time getting you. But if you are a homeless man, when the stuff hit the fan, they're going to get you first. If it was ever a zombie apocalypse, the first zombies on the street going to be the homeless. Because not owning and not learning. See, marriage really goes against, if you're not rich, if you're not connected to the slave masters, the marriage license is going to work against you. Because see, here's what's going to happen. The slave owners, their kids are going to go to law school and come out and be divorce lawyers. So they still win. You got to keep the title to your life as a man. So what is, like, okay, like even with slavery, right? When it first started, they was like juicing it up, making it seem like it was just work. And then they end up holding people hostage, so on and so forth. That's the real slavery story. Just like the church has always, you can't say intentionally or unintentionally, been working together with massa. And I'm going to tell you how. Because they lead you to the things that are slavery. Marriage, jobs. Think about it. A job, you basically working until whoever owns the company decides they don't want it no more. Or the company, the products that company produces, people don't want no more. And you getting a piece of the pie, a piece of the pie, a piece of the pie. Every week, every 2 weeks, you get a piece of the pie. Think of that from a food standpoint. The whole pie is right there. And you only getting a piece of it. You still gonna be hungry. The whole pizza is right there. And you just getting one piece. Whereas, if you treat life like it's a buffet, I'm on some of this, I'm gonna get some of that. That's how you gonna overcome. That's how you gonna get full. Instead of you go somewhere, there's one pizza on the table and you can only have one piece. You're gonna be hungry. And hungry people get desperate. Let me see what time it is. Hungry people get desperate. So, but if you learn to treat it like it's a buffet, get your cup, fill your cup up, put it on the table, get your plate, go all the way around the tables, putting a little bit of everything on your plate until your plate is full, eating it up and getting another plate, eating that plate up and getting another plate. And then you say, oh, I'm full, I'm finna go home. But you're not taught to do that. We taught to watch everybody else eat. And just be scavengers. Food stamps. If they give me fake money, I could go and eat the same foods they eat. What about getting your real own money and going to eat what they eat? And getting as much as you can and as much as you can stand without compromising yourself. Keeping your mind together. What's his name? Ledbetter. He said they'll never get my mind. He was in jail. He said they'll never get his mind. So he got out of jail and did what he knew how to do. And became one of the greatest rock stars of all time. He overcame his adversity and his trauma. Now people want to sing about it. Sing about being from the projects. You playing right into their hand. Why y'all think they shadow ban my video? Because they know who the real leaders is. They know who the people is that's going to equip you with the knowledge to get up. And most people are trained not to like them. And to want to crucify the person that's there is going to benefit you. And to follow the people who pretend like they are. Learning and owning is how you overcome slavery. You got to own your life. When you own your life, you ain't going to sign no marriage contract. You'll be like, if I want to get married, I'm going to get married without that license. And I'm going to protect all my stuff. See, the West teaches you how not to be a man. They teaches you toxic masculinity, they call it. And y'all voting against capitalism because capitalism is in favor and in agreement with what I'm telling you. But y'all against capitalism. Dude told me the other day that he a socialist. And the same dude that said he was a socialist called me a COON. Because that's what they do. You ain't gonna beat me in no argument about this. So what do people do? When they lose, they label, they lie, they frame, and they name call. That's what they do. That's what they do. Just like, okay, they'll say, okay, look, casinos, gambling. Okay, there's a form you might win. I could have literally won. I knew Usyk was going to win that fight by decision. I didn't bet on it. I mean, but when it comes to bets, you don't want to rely on bets. The main bets you want to rely on is betting on yourself. But people are so brainwashed, like I told y'all before. They'll be trying to get you to get back in slavery, and you done escaped, or you plan an escape. Man, just go to college and get you a good job. And then you get there and your CEO, your supervisor, your managers, for no reason at all, they don't even know you don't like you. You don't talk to them. They just don't like you. That's how people is. Whereas, and now, like, people starting to wise up and they starting to do what I'm talking about. So now they want to put some doo-doo in the game. Like, they want to be against, like they sign that stuff against DoorDash. And they working against food trucks. And then all of the field hands is out here trying to rob the food trucks instead of trying to get their own. They trying to rob the food truck. And then they going to end up in another form of slavery. Why? Because learning and owning, you overcome slavery. If you stealing, you gon' find yourself in some type of slavery, whether it be prison, jail, whatever it may be, you not gonna be free. The devil can only offer you slavery. The devil can't offer nothing else but slavery. Steal, kill, and destroy. Whosoever you shall be judged according to your works. Whosoever name was not found written in the book of life was cast in the lake of fire. That's the only contract. That's the first contract you want. Have your name in the book of life. Instead of you hoping for mercy from massa. You don't gotta hope for it, get it. But this is what people do, man. Have you ever seen the people that you tell them, like, they keep trying to borrow money from you? You be, man, this job right here, hiring it. And the job is you going up the ladder until you escape. Until you escape. You know when you don't escape, because now you got enough money where you can get whatever it is you want to get. If it's something that you want that you can't get, you know you still trapped. You know you need to learn what? Some type of trade, some type of skill. And you need to own. You need to connect your learning to owning. That's how you gonna overcome it. The average marriage is 8 years. The average mortgage is 30 years. So what's the solution? I already told you what the solution is with marriage. Don't get a marriage license and take it slow and understand that the Most High understands. But with a house, if you had to get a mortgage to have a nice house and be in a nice area, then your goal after you get it should be to pay it off early. Your goal after you get that car should be to pay it off early. And after that, to be able to have the cash resources. Notice the word save is talking about keeping your money. In the Bible, it's talking about going to heaven. So when I connect those, keeping your money is going to heaven. Heaven on earth. It's freedom. Because what's heaven? Freedom. The right to the tree of life. They connected, man. See, everybody got to choose life or death. Think about it. The foods you eat at high-end restaurants are not going to kill you. The foods you eat at low-end restaurants, those are the foods that's going to kill you. Think about this, man. Think about it now. Learning and owning will help you escape slavery. Learning how to view people and how to deal with people. Owning how to own these people. What do I mean? They work for you. Or nothing they do is going to create a debt in your heart or mind. Thanks for watching. If y'all need more on this subject, give us more. I got plenty more.